Welcome to The Vault, where we reveal some of the best kept secrets for success. Our show is designed to introduce you to industry professionals in TV, movies, music, sports, and business. Now, our goal is for you to learn from their wealth of information and use it to realize your dreams. Our next guest is a popular daytime TV host of the Melody Trice Show. Over the past 2 years, her show has impacted over 1.9 million viewers and embraces the mantra of living a life unlimited. Introducing Melody Trice. In Hollywood, it's not enough anymore to do just one thing. Nowadays, you need to be a hybrid with your hands in all different types of creative ventures to stand out. No one knows this more than Melody Trice. She's all over the radio, TV, and film, as even a model. She's an inspirational speaker and much more. Her superpower is branding, and today we're going to talk to the single mother from Alabama and learn how she's living her best life. Introducing Melody Trice. Thank you for being on The Vault. We are so excited to have you here. I'm going to first start off by giving you some incentive to stay here and tell us all this amazing stuff that you need to tell us, because I think what you're about to give us is actually more valuable than what I just gave you.
Wow.
So we want to hear about your backstory. We want to know more about your journey of being a single mother from Florida and how you made your way to Hollywood.
Well, truthfully, I'm originally from Florida, then I moved to Alabama. And so I actually had a business in Alabama, and so I did hair and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, I have to be completely honest with you. Literally, I heard the voice of God tell me, Melody, sell all you have and move to California by faith. I had no idea that I was coming here to be in the entertainment industry. I actually thought I was coming here and I was going to do hair. But I remember when I got here, being in my apartment, I had moved to Studio City, and I remember this little boy, he was only 12 years old. He was like, "What do you do?" And I said, "I do hair." He was like, he crossed his leg, he was like, "No, you have to look. You should be in the entertainment industry." And honestly, it never crossed my mind. But when he said that, I was like, oh, and next thing I know, different doors began to open, and I was like, wow, okay, you know.
So can you tell me about your dreams of being in television? Can you just tell me how that all started?
Well, you know, when I was a kid, I remember the first play I was in, which is Alice in Wonderland, and I played Alice. And I loved the way the crowd had responded. And then from then on, when I got in middle school, I used to do a lot of public speaking. I would recite, during Black History Month, I would recite different amazing people. And I remember doing Martin Luther King. And I remember my brother said, "Don't you get up there and embarrass me." And I was like, how dare you tell me I'm gonna embarrass you? And I got up there and I did so good. I had a standing ovation, and it was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. It was like I felt like I had superpowers when I was up there. That's what I felt like, you know? And from that moment on, it was like I just knew that one day, because my teacher, she even said it, she said, "One day, Melody, I'm gonna look up on TV and I'm gonna see you on there." So that was really inspirational all by itself.
That is very inspirational.
Yeah.
Speaking of inspiration, who was your inspiration in television?
It was Oprah. Like, I love Oprah.
But why? What's so great about Oprah? I mean, I know, but I want to hear your version of what's...
My mom used to watch her religiously every day. And I used to wonder, why was she watching her every day? And like, literally, she would sit there for that full hour. And the things that Oprah would say to the people and how it would inspire other people to really live a good life. You know, I remember when I was young, she was like interviewing some of the audience members to go along with her guests. And they would be crying or they'd be so impactful, and she gave. And to me, that was so big because she grew up poor. You know, it was like she came from the South, she got rejected, and that was pretty much part of my life. So thinking about it, she was like my mentor all the way, not knowing one day I'll be doing what she's doing, you know, and inspiring other people in a different way, but technically in the same way, you know.
I know how you talked about how you have this fighting spirit, but I want to know how you hit rock bottom personally, like something that would make our audience cry if they knew you well, because they were just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened to her.
Well, I would say when my mom passed, that was really the bottom, because I had moved to Studio City, I moved to California, and I've never had anyone to pass in my life. To see my mom in that hospital and to see that she had became angry because she was dying, and I had to be the one kind of cheer her up. And it was just so emotional because it's nothing like seeing your mom there suffering. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I remember her saying to me, she said, I don't know why, but this is going to be the last time I see you.
Oh, man.
And I was like, no, Mom, no, this is not going to be the last time I'm seeing you. And she was like, you know, and I came back to California, and the last things that she said to me was on the phone. She lasted to the day after my birthday. So the day of my birthday, they put on the phone, and she said, wow, happy birthday, baby. And I knew, like, that night after 12 o'clock, I felt her, and she had passed away.
Wow. So she waited till the next day.
After she passed away, and I had to go pick out her clothes, and it really didn't hit me that she was gone until the day of the funeral. Oh, so when they pulled up in the hearse, it was like the limousine to pick us up, and the hearse was in front of us, and well, it was there when we got to the church, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's gone. And I could not stay inside that church. It was the worst feeling.
Would you say at that point in your life you felt the most alone?
Oh,
because
yeah.
Here you are, you're a single mother.
Yeah,
Your mother passes away, and you're in this area that's kind of out of your element.
And I remember telling my mom, I said, Mom, no matter what, because we was watching the Oscars, and I told her, I said, one day, your baby gonna be up there. And she said, you are. And she said, I don't want you to stop till you there. And I said, Mom, when I receive that award, I'm gonna say, this is for my mama.
Wow.
And so that's my drive, that's my why. My why is the fact that I promised her that, and I promised myself that, and I know she's watching me, I know she's looking at me, and she's like, that's my baby.
Wow. So yeah, that's like rocket fuel right there. I mean,
Yeah.
that's that. Knowing your why right now, I totally understand. Because the first time we met, we're both built the same way. Yeah. We were both kind of clashing.
We're strong people.
Yeah, we're
you know?
both like alpha fighters, and I think that it was kind of it was good that I'm very happy that you and I have been able to kind of figure out ways we can collaborate.
Yeah, definitely. So that's why I appreciate you allow me to be on the show, and then to really just showcase that, because technically, I see all the superheroes that you have around. She was my superhero, and then she kind of passed the torch to me to say, now you're the superhero.
So let's dive into what you just talked about earlier about your weight. You lost 70 pounds.
Yes.
And before we go into you explain to me, let's talk, let's actually see a clip that you have about that.
My name is Melody Trice, and I recently lost 70 pounds using the D-Herbs 20-day full body cleanse. I actually lost 70 pounds, a little over 70 pounds within 3 months. It was so exciting because really I had been struggling with my weight for so long. I was a little over 230 something pounds, and I had tried so many other things. I have tried diet pills, I've tried curves, I've tried so many other things to lose weight, and nothing really just stuck, So when I was introduced to the D-Herbs full body cleanse, it really kind of transformed my life. And so prior to me using the D-Herbs full body cleanse, I went to the doctor, and she told me that she was going to have to put me on diabetic medicine. And I was like, why you got to put me on diabetic medicine, And she was like, well, for one, you overweight. And the only way that you're going to avoid that, you got to lose some weight, and you got to exercise more. And so I remember leaving her office feeling bad because I was already on the high blood pressure medicine. And then now to be having to get on, diabetic medicine, it kind of like made me think about my whole family, because most of the people in my family are overweight. And it caused me to have to really evaluate me. So I didn't realize I was addicted to food. I didn't realize that I had used food to overcome so many things, but not realizing that the food was really damaging my body.
Wow, that was a very powerful video. And we have one other video I wanted to show our audience about how you were on the Steve Harvey show talking about your weight loss.
It was amazing because just the fact of seeing Steve and Steve being wowed by the transformation, and still at that moment, that's when it became reality to me that I lost this weight.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the process was amazing, but it was like, I'm here on Steve Harvey. Melody, you really lost this weight.
Yeah.
And so that was amazing all by itself. He was so nice, and he was like, wow, now this is a transformation.
Well, it's definitely an accomplishment. I can't imagine trying to lose 70 pounds. I mean, I've gone back and forth losing maybe 20, 30, but 70 is super impressive.
Oh my God.
And I mean, obviously you had to make tons of sacrifices, but how did, after being on this show, change your life?
Well, the fact of being able to be an ambassador for, or a spokesperson for, you know, the D-Herbs 20-day full body cleanse, because that's how I lost the weight, using the cleanse. Modeling, it was like, I don't know, I can say, I remember going for this modeling gig and thinking before they would have turned me down because of the fact that they didn't want plus size models. But when she was like, no, 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 we want you, and to put those small clothes on me, dude, oh my God.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's like the reward right there.
Oh my God, I felt so empowered. You know, it was like so powerful, and to just, I don't know, it was amazing. All the different opportunities I've walked this year alone, probably like 4 fashion shows, and I have like 3 more coming up. And yeah, so that's been dramatic.
So we have a clip of you on Dash Radio right now, and we're just gonna kind of have that play also. And you are also, once again, talking about your journey.
Yes.
And this is such like an amazing thing right here. You're talking to, you know, a very prominent DJ couple that I've listened to for many years about your weight loss with the gentleman who helped you, right?
Yes, that's the CEO, A.D. Dolphin, of the D-Herbs. And so they took me there to just talk about my journey and how the cleanse and losing the weight helped me get off the blood pressure medicine, helped me to really take my health back, because to me, health is wealth. If you're not healthy, you really, oh my God, yeah.
So let's quickly go back to what you're talking about, like, you know, confidence and modeling. Just elaborate a little bit on how now you are able to do something that you probably never thought you were able to do before.
Well, you know what? The thing about it is, when I had the weight on, I really felt confident in who I was, but not realizing that I had gained so much weight. Like, it was almost like a blinder was on my eyes. So when I did the cleanse and started losing the weight, I was like, wow, I feel so much better. So it was more so from the inside out. So feeling good from the inside and dropping the weight, it just gave me even more confidence, because I was feeling good both ways. Like before, I would feel good, like, oh yeah, I look amazing. But then on the inside, my health was failing.
Sure.
So now I was like really confident, because like I'm healthy, I'm looking good, I'm feeling good.
You're getting feedback from people about how you look and all your hard work.
And it was inspiring to other people. That to me, that's my life, is to really inspire other people. So to see other people use the cleanse and get healthy as well, that was rewarding all by itself.
That's really great. And so let's lead me through and our audience about how you then started to talk to celebrities on the red carpet. So right now we have a clip actually, and we're gonna once again have you talk us through, as we roll this video, about you and how you were able to start to interview people, you know, in Hollywood.
Well, you know, it was a thought that came across my mind. I used to see this lady doing red carpets all the time, and I was like, oh, that seems so cool, I would love to do that. And I reached out to her on social media, and she responded back, and I went with her to do an interview. And I remember her saying, oh, your accent, you know, it was good, but your accent. And I was like, okay, it was kind of limiting me with her. So she would like cut out my voice and all this kind of stuff, and like, oh, your voice. And I was like, well, I'm supposed to be unlimited, not limited. So I was like, you know, if she can do it, so can I. And so once I had my show, I began to submit myself, right, as a host, and I can come and cover your event and edit it and bring it to you and everything. And once I did one, and they saw the video, it was on then.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was.
And then got bigger and
it
better
got bigger
and bigger.
Yes, and it was like every person. It was amazing. But some of those people I grew up watching on TV, and to be able to interview them it blew my mind. Like, I was like, oh my God.
So now you have your own TV show, and it's all about Life Unlimited. Tell me some of the topics that you cover with your guests.
Mainly it's people in the entertainment industry, as well as educational, because I do have some of the guests that are doing things Like I had doctors on there, teachers and things like that. But I want to really showcase what they're doing for the community as well as what they're doing TV-wise. One of the things why I choose the entertainment industry is because that's who everybody look up to. When you're sitting at home, you're watching TV. You go on social media, you're checking a celebrity page. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so the regular people, as they say, they're looking up to them. Like I looked up to Oprah, you know, at that time. So they inspire them. So I know that the guests I have that come on the show, whether they're A-list or just starting out, up and coming, they're going to inspire somebody because they're going to be like, oh, if you can do it, I can do it. Because that's how I feel.
Yeah.
You know, if you can make a movie, there's somebody out there that's watching you can say, you know what? Oh, I can do it too. You know, even if I'm doing it on my phone, I'm learning how to do it and I'm going to graduate. Because a lot of them do talk about how they started and how they now doing a feature movie or something like that. So
what you're saying is actually a key point to this show, which is learning from the people who've already done it.
Yes.
So if someone could watch this show who has the same aspirations as you and learn how to shortcut, get further faster, then this is time well spent. Then this provides value to our audience. So how do you provide value to your audience? Is it the same type of thing where you're trying to show people that they can aspire and, like you said, live life unlimited?
Yeah, I want them to be motivated by every guest. Mm-hmm. I want them to see something in that guest that they can take for themselves.
So as a segue, I want to show our audience some of the production value of all your hard work of learning in the cave of how to edit. Like, this is a really cool show intro that you guys have.
Thank you.
It's got that graffiti look. I love that. It's got some catchy music.
And the colors, oh my God.
Yeah, it's very vibrant. So, you know, I want you now, as you know, the Vault is all about tapping into the secrets of success and unlocking that.
Yes.
So can you tell us, you know, what are the Vault secrets that you have?
Really knowledge. Knowledge is power. And I really believe people get rich at what you don't know. So if you want to do something, if you want to have your own talk show, if you want to be, you know, aspire to be this actress or model, whatever, gain the knowledge so that you can become that. Don't limit yourself, because if you don't gain the knowledge, you technically are keeping yourself in the vault. The vault is never going to open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you develop the keys, you're going to be able to open that vault. You're going to be able to learn the code to get out and in when you want, you know? Because in the entertainment industry, technically, you have to kind of pull back sometimes, and sometimes you have to step out. But when people don't know who they are, they'll be stuck in the vault and never come out. They'll be limited for the rest of their life. But when they gain that knowledge, like, that is the number one thing, is to gain the knowledge and know who you are. And then technically you could unlock anything you want.
So you're the first guest I've had out of like 20 some guests that has talked about breaking out of the vault. Everyone's talking about unlocking the vault to get the treasures that live here. But what you said had nothing to do with gold or money, it had to do with knowledge. And also, I think you're right that a lot of us are in a box, and that we have to break out of that, which is a mini vault, to succeed and finally like become our true potential. So I like that perspective that you gave us. You are a one-person branding machine. I mean, you, like you said, you do it all. You do the set, you do the editing, you do all the production. I want to show people what your show looks like. Let's put that on the screen right now. Like the physical production, that's all you.
Yeah.
You got a team from scratch, you put this together, and this is a show that has sponsors. This is a show that has celebrity guests, and once again, you're talking about inspirational content. The production value is awesome.
Thank you.
And then the next level is right on the horizon, right?
Yes.
Which is, what is the next level?
The next level is technically to be on a national syndicated network. To be honest with you, I would like to own my own network. I would like to be like Oprah, the own network, you know. So I would love to even be on the own network, to be honest with you, because of the fact that I love Oprah and all that great stuff. So that's the goal. The goal is to
Oprah, if you're listening, right here we have not even Oprah too. She's her own person.
Yes.
Her own
I
person.
love that. I love that, because I want people to know that I'm my own person. I love Oprah, I do, but I'm unique for myself. Like, people say, oh, you're the next Oprah. No, I'm Melody.
Yeah. And that's a trap that people get into, is they try to aspire to be the same person that they admire, rather than taking parts of that and becoming your own hybrid of that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a thing I see a lot. At this time, this segment is all about you talking to your younger self. So if you could please look at camera 3 right here and tell your younger self some advice that would have helped you get further faster.
That it's okay. It's okay to love you. It's okay to look at yourself and know that you are amazing and beautiful, and everything about you is beautiful. That people's opinion of you does not matter. What matters is how you feel about you, and knowing that you can do anything, that life really is unlimited, and you have to believe that within yourself. And your perception of who you are, that's really all that matters.
Wow, super powerful. So now we're gonna look at some photos on your social media, and I want you to talk us through these photos because there's some really fun ones.
Yes.
So this is the before and after.
The before and after. A lot of people are like, wow, and that picture, the one before, I actually was one of the modeling gigs that I was at, and I was like, oh my God, it was so beautiful. The airbrush, my makeup, and so when I put it side by side, blew me away.
And so then the next picture, this is your progression.
Yes, working out. Oh my God, I was like, we got to take this photo because I cannot believe that. Yeah. I mean, I went to a size 2, like a 2.
Wow.
A women's 2.
Uh-huh.
I've never thought that I could be a 2.
That's amazing. All right, and what do you got here?
Oh, that's Steve Harvey. He is so amazing. When I walked out that door and had that red dress on, everybody went crazy. They didn't even show that part, but it went bananas. Like, it was amazing.
No, that's a great shot. All right, what do you got here? Yeah, you're modeling?
That's the modeling. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I was like, her name is Christina, and that was Tips and Tipsy, I believe. So that was in Palm Springs, and I wasn't even supposed to model for them, and they was like, no, we got to have you model for us.
Yeah. And then that's the reason I put this picture in here is I love you're like a chameleon. You've got multiple looks. Talk to us about that.
I wanted to show people you're not limited. I'm unlimited. I don't have to just have blonde hair. I can wear long hair. I can wear afro. I used to wear every color guy.
I can't wait to that long pink hair look.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that for you.
Yeah? Not for me. With you wearing it. Yeah. I don't want to wear long hair.
We're gonna pull him out of the photo.
Oh God, can't wait. Yeah, exactly. So now we got the TV show. Let's dial into some of these great photos. Like I said, you're one woman branding machine.
Yes.
And we got some other great ones here of your show.
Yeah, when I had Omar
Gooding
on the show, it was so amazing to have him on the show. And you know what? My set actually was a blessing because this construction company, sponsored my set. I told them what I wanted, and they built it for me.
So let's freeze on this photo. I want you to talk about the value of your crew and your team.
I love them so much.
How they impacted you.
Yeah, it couldn't happen without them. Like, they put up with me because I am a strong person.
You might be a stronger personality than me, and all these guys know I'm pretty run a tight ship here.
And because I'm such a perfectionist, but I love each and every one of them. They are so patient with me. They do what I ask, and they produce what I'm looking for. And they seem to be so happy because they're learning. And so that's what I love too, is that they're not just there like, oh, Melody, but Melody, but they're learning something. And so when I see the smile on the face, I'm like, okay, they don't forget about that I was a diva just a few minutes ago.
All right, let's see the next photo. All right, and then here you're on the radio, and we'll cycle to the next photo.
And that was amazing. That was amazing conversation. Of course, we was talking about my weight loss, but we was also talking about a woman's worth, because I'm all about life unlimited and inspiration. But to be on that with a panel of women who really, they know their worth. And so they're so powerful that they inspired me, and it was just amazing to be on the panel with them.
I have some social media. Let's just quickly tap in to see what people are asking. So our first question is the guests. Can you break down what it takes to book high-level guests on a talk show?
Well, you know what? When I'm on the red carpet, it was an advantage for me. It was a big advantage for me because I will communicate with the publicist, or I will communicate with that person directly. And because of the value of the red carpet interview that I showcase for them, they're more than happy to come on this show with me.
The next question here on social is, we noticed that you have brands on your show, sponsoring your show. How can I get brand sponsorship?
I just reach out to people. Like, literally, social media.
Give us like a paraphrased version of your cover letter or your outreach.
You know what? I hit them up on Instagram mainly, and I'm like, hi, my name's Melody. I have a talk show, and I reach this amount of people. My show airs locally where we're actually into the community so people see your product. I would love for my guests to be able to use your product as well to showcase your brand. If you don't mind, I say it like that or another word, I don't know exactly the word, but I would love to have your product sponsor the gifts. Like if I have gifts, because I do have gifts that I give to my guests, I would love for your product to be be one of my sponsors so I can give to the celebrity guests or some of my guests. And when they show it, not only you'll be on my platform, but you'll be on their platform and more reach will be.
Love it.
Yeah.
This is gold right here.
Yeah, that's gold.
Yeah, this is gold too.
Yes.
So we have a segment here all about your priceless items. And we've had a guy who's brought his guitar here that basically came from his hometown that burned down. And ultimately that guitar is what took him to LA so he could become a musician.
Wow.
What is your priceless item?
I would have to say it will be my mind. My ability to think beyond what other people see it to be. So that's really what caused me to be unlimited, because being priceless means you can't put money on that. So I can't put money on the knowledge that I have gained in order to be able to brand myself, to be able to have the show that I have and all that. So to me, yeah, it's definitely my mind, because I had to make up my mind.
And no one can take that from you.
Nobody can take knowledge
away. And you're able to create something from nothing. And that's what you've been doing your whole life, which is what I love about you.
Literally.
You're able to work with the resources you have to create amazing opportunities, not just for yourself, but for your audience. So my last question is, where do you live online?
melodytrice.com.
And is that the same across all your platforms?
All across the board.
Oh, I love the unified branding.
Yes.
Well, it's been a true pleasure having you on our show. I'm so excited you got to make it to the vault.
Yes.
And also teaching our audience how to live a life unlimited.
Appreciate
Melody, it's been a pleasure. I'm super excited to see
you.
where your show goes in the future.
Thank you so much.
All right, so if you guys want to be a guest on this show, we would love to have you. We're looking for people, once again, top in the entertainment, sports, and business industry, inspirational content, people who are movers and shakers. We want you on our show, and thanks again for watching The Vault.